this is Udolena from Udolena Digital, and today's topic is what is better, audiobooks or reading? Hey, welcome to this channel. Be sure to subscribe. My name is Udolena, and here I post every Sunday a different video on topics which I love, like digital marketing, pay-per-click advertising, new books, learning, courses, all kind of ways of personal development. So today's video is going to be about audiobooks versus traditional reading. So I am a very keen reader. You must have seen some of my other videos. If not, I urge you to check them out. I have a whole playlist just on book reviews. So I read quite a lot. I do a lot of education myself. And I keep hearing these questions around the value of audiobooks and the value of traditional reading. So one of the things that I wanted to clarify in this video is what worked for me so far and why I think both ways are really good for you to develop your knowledge base. So first of all, there are different ways of listening to books. So there is Audible, so you will see a link below this video where you can join Audible and you get 1 month for free and 1 free book. So basically there you can download different audiobooks. It's part of Amazon, and you can listen to them through the app. There are also other ones, like there are different podcasts and audiobook materials where you can listen also even on YouTube for free, which is great, but also it comes with some difficulties. What I feel whenever I'm listening to audiobooks is that it's really good way for consuming certain type of content. So for example, what I find audiobooks good for is particularly self-help. So easy reads, or let's say books that don't require you to take a lot of notes or to do special exercises to memorize certain facts. Of course, you can take notes, but it's also kind of like books that sound a bit like a motivational video on YouTube. So you can just put them on, listen to them while you're walking, they get you inspired, they get you in the right mode, especially when I have to do a presentation or something else important coming that day, I would listen to one of these books. There are different ones which I really love. You can check actually my other video with my favorite books. There are also, what I find really good is biographies. So biographies are a great way for you to learn the stories of famous people, to really have a sneak peek in their life. I recently read another very interesting one, which is about the Hilton family, how Hilton Hotels was founded and a whole history around them, which was super interesting and really great to listen to an audiobook, because it was kind of like almost as if they were playing it as a theater play. So actually, when I was growing up, my grandfather, who was blind, was listening to a lot of audio material on the radio. So they would do different theater drama on the radio, and people can just listen to it. For all the people who couldn't attend theater, it was really great. I also, as a child, was listening to a lot of fairy tales on audio. So I'm really used to this kind of having both reading and listening in my schedule. So Audible came just on time for me. Also, what I really like is entertainment. So as well, like any kind of entertainment books, which I don't really focus on much because I have limited amount of time and I really focus on what I can benefit and get maximum value from. I really believe that if you're a fan of entertainment, it will be a good way to listening on audio. It's basically like just as if you're watching your favorite movie or you're listening to something inspiring on YouTube. You can do the same with Audible, just while we were walking, while you were going to work, while you're going to the gym. In a way, you are multitasking, so something that doesn't really require your full concentration. However, there are certain books which I find are impossible to listen to, just because I lose concentration and I have to either only listen and take notes, or I have to constantly pause and rewind, which is really annoying because I constantly feel that I'm drifting away and I'm not paying attention to the book. So some of these books are textbooks. So I myself wrote a book called How to Advertise Like a Social Media Agency. You can see the link below this video. So this book is a textbook essentially on how to run ads on Google and Facebook and other pay-per-click channels. So this book requires you to actually have your laptop open next to you, and you have to check and try to open an account and try to check all the things that I'm explaining, and you can actually set up a real working campaign from the book while you're researching on your laptop, and you can get it going. But you cannot just listen to this content. You have to actually experience it. You have to try to build the campaign yourself. You have to check the tools. You have to work with the software, with the website. It's very important that you have this hands-on approach in order to get the maximum value. And so are a lot of technical books and textbooks, which I also read. Some books like Google Ads for Dummies, or books about how to write creative ad copy, that kind of things. It's quite important that you focus on these and you actually try to understand as much as possible from the content and take notes, underline, maybe write down in exercises or anything like this in a notebook accompanying your book. Next to it, you have also the classics or the good quality novels. I know a lot of people were really crazy when The Great Gatsby movie came out. Well, I had read the book in paper in Bulgarian at that time, but I also read it in English after that. And there is such a huge difference in the experience. Once you have read something before watching a movie, and I'm talking about books that were written long before recording speech was available or was something massive like now, something that's before the radio and before the TV boom in this world. So older books, especially classics or books that are from the 19th century, and there are some of them that are really, really valuable, and I truly believe that you have to read these as well, because they provide you a very different experience compared to something which is about today's life. Some of them are very bringing you into a different world, but also there are a lot of connections that you can build to the world that we are living today, especially classical books like War and Peace, like Francis Scott Fitzgerald's books. He's the author of The Great Gatsby, and he has amazing books that he has written as well. So these books are so difficult to be retold, and if you're only listening to them, especially if English is not your first language, you are going to struggle. You need a textbook. You need actually to write down some of the translations of the book, of the words. I have learned so many different words just by reading these books in the original. So these books, I think, they are not designed to be listened to. They are designed to be read paper by paper in a paperback copy. I think this is the ultimate way that you can experience them. You're having the paper, you're having the physical copy in your hands. It's very, very different, and I think that it's also a different way of your brain working. There is one way that my brain is working when I'm listening. It also can be very active, but with certain type of literature, I drift away and I cannot really focus, and it's just not working. It's just a waste of time. It's just something that's bubbling in my ears and I'm not really paying attention to. Other times, with all these type of content, I can concentrate, it can get me into the right state of mind, I can multitask, I can do something else while I'm away. And I don't believe that these genres are worse in any way or less value than these, but they are just very different, and you need different brain capacity and different brain skills in order to take the value of these books. So this is my view on the topic. Let me know if you think something else in the comments. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it with your friends, and I'll be back with a new video very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching.